What up now, man? This is your boy, y'all's chosen one, man. Big ups to ISUPK for scaring off Ali Muhammad about last month, back in May. Uh, I don't know. Well, I don't know what the debate was supposed to be, but Ali Muhammad chickened out. So it is what it is. He's a chicken, and bop bop. That's what happened, man. The wicked flee from the truth, man. Even when truth doesn't even pursue it. You know he wicked, man. That crap, that Islam crap, man. That stuff is for the birds, man. That stuff out of here. All right. Anyway, so we was last time we read, man. We was in Jasher chapter 80. Last time we got to verse 25. Then we gonna continue from there. All these plagues that Moses is putting on, and Most High is putting on the Egyptians. All right, verse 26. And there remained of the cattle of the Egyptians only 1 in 10, and of the cattle belonging to Israel in Goshen not one died. Not one died. Because he's the Most High, man. People try to do all this numerology and stuff like that, man, but you can't even begin to equate how much the Most High has things figured down to a T, to the jottle, to the centimeter, to the decimeter. He has it pinned down, man. And the Most High sent a burning inflammation in the flesh of the Egyptians, which burst their skins, and it became a severe itch in all the Egyptians, from the soles of their feet to the crowns of their heads. That's in Exodus chapter 9, verse 10 through 12. Dang. It's like boils. And many boils were in their flesh, that their flesh wasted away until they became rotten and putrid. Imagine yourself like a zombie, man. You just rotting away. You're just rotting away. And the Most High put these things on, they just, you just stink and you just rotten. Now, notwithstanding this, the anger of Yah did not turn away, and his hand was still stretched out over all Egypt. See there? Anger. These idiots want to keep saying that, the Most High is just love. No, man. Anger. Anger. And Yah sent a very heavy hail, which smote their vines and broke their fruit trees and dried them up, that they fell upon them. Goodness, man. And also every green herb became dry and perished. For bigly fire descended amidst the hail. Therefore the hail and fire consumed all things. You have hail and you got fire. Jeez. Also men and beasts that were found abroad perished of the flames of fire and of the hail, and all the young lions were exhausted. Jeez. And Yah sent and brought numerous locusts into Egypt, the chazel, the solemn, the chargal, and the chagoli. Locusts each of its kind, which devoured all that the hail had left remaining. But not only do you have all your vegetation getting burnt up, so whatever little bit that you had left, here come the locusts to devour it up too. Then the Egyptians rejoiced at the locusts, although they consumed the produce of the field, and they caught them in abundance and salted them for food. They said it's salt and locusts, man. And Yah turned a mighty wind of the sea, which took away all the locusts, even those that were salted, and thrust them into the Red Sea. Not one locust remained within the boundaries of Egypt. So we kind of see, more and more what Yah is like, man. Just when you think you had a shot to get by this, Yah takes that away from you too. If he don't like you, man, he don't like you. And the Most High sent darkness upon Egypt, that the whole land of Egypt and Pathros became dark, and for 3 days, so that a man could not see his hand, when he lifted it to his mouth. This is in Exodus 10:19 through 23. At that time died many of the people of Israel who had rebelled against Yah, and who had not hearkened to Moshe and Aaron, and believed not in them that the Most High had sent them. When it comes time for Yehoshua to come back again, man, you find yourself not believing what these Israelites say, man, you're gonna be in some trouble, man. Just for not believing, man. Want to believe everything but what the word really says. And who has said, we will not go forth from Egypt lest we perish with hunger in a desolate wilderness, and who would not hearken to the voice of Moshe. The Most High don't want no Uncle Toms, man. He don't want no Uncle Toms. He don't want anybody. You're comfortable being a slave, man. Give me a break. And Yah plagued them in 3 days of darkness, and the Israelites buried them in those days, without the Egyptians knowing of them or rejoicing over them. So, the Most High will take care of his people, whether good or bad. So these people are going to get killed, but we don't want the Egyptians to know. This is an eternal, it's a domestic affair. And the darkness was very great in Egypt for 3 days, and any person who was standing when the darkness came remained standing in his place. And he that was sitting remained sitting, and he that was lying continued lying in the same state, and he that was walking remained sitting upon the ground in the same spot. And this thing happened to all the Egyptians until the darkness had passed away. Oh, God. There's so much darkness that it hurts. The sun doesn't give her strength. And this is what happened right here, man. People just standing still like, oh, God. It's like space out there. But shoot, it's so dark you can't even walk. That's crazy. And the days of darkness passed away, and Yah sent Moshe and Aaron to the children of Israel, saying, celebrate your feasts and make your Passover, for behold, I come in the midst of the night amongst all the Egyptians, and I will smite all their firstborn, from the firstborn of a man to the firstborn of a beast, and when I see your Passover, I will pass over you. So we find that in Exodus 11 verse 5. Now I've already did Exodus chapter 12. I'm going to make this, still going to make it a three-part video, but we're going to get into Exodus chapter 12, and we're going to start at verse 28, and this is Jasher chapter 81 verse 42. Chapter 80 verse 42. And the children of Israel did according to all that Yah had commanded Moshe and Aaron. Thus did they in that night. And it came to pass in the middle of the night that Yah went forth in the midst of Egypt, and smote all the firstborn of the Egyptians, from the firstborn of a man to the firstborn of a beast. Exodus 12 verse 29. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry throughout Egypt in that night, for there was not a house in which there was not a corpse. Exodus 12 verse 30. So you had darkness, and now you got real darkness, man, because now it's the ultimate price is death. Also the likeness of the firstborn of Egypt, which were carved in the walls at their houses, were destroyed and fell to the ground. Like when you're born, man, today we got pictures, man. And that's a likeness. That's you got pictures, man. It's like, I know it's not considered idolatry or anything like that, but it's the image. And those were, not only did the kid die, but all the memories of the kid was thrown to the ground too. Even the bones of their firstborn who had died before this, and whom they had buried in their houses, were raked up by the dogs of Egypt on that night, and dragged before the Egyptians and cast before them. Man, you didn't have anywhere. Your little mummies that you preserved and everything, And you know that's what Egyptology is about. This whole afterworld stuff, man. That's why they embalm their corpse. They embalmed them in myrrh and frankincense and everything and wrapped them up. But this totally went against Egypt. These dogs are scrapping them up and carrying them in their doggone, carrying them in their mouths. Most High will find a way to get to your tail, man. And when he says something gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And all the Egyptians saw this evil which had suddenly come upon them, and all the Egyptians cried out with a loud voice. And all the families of Egypt wept upon that night, each man for his son and each man for his daughter, being the firstborn. And the tumult of Egypt was heard at a distance on that night. And Bethia, the daughter of Pharaoh, went forth with the king on that night to seek Moshe and Aaron in their houses. And they found them in their houses, eating and drinking and rejoicing with all Israel. So they eating while everybody out there getting killed and everything. Moses in there and eating, drinking, and rejoicing. Yeah, Yah is eternal. Yah did it. He said he's gonna do it, and he did it. And now here's his mother. Well, not his mother, but the woman who took care of him. And we'll finish that on another time, man. We'll do part 3 on the next video. That's all good, man. That's a blessing. That's wonderful. And you see how Yah loves his people, man. If we obey him, man, he loves us to death, man. Just like with any kid, with any child, if we obey him, he absolutely loves us, man. He loves us. And I'm glad he loves us, man. Even though your days may not seem good to you, but for some reason, man, you know he's watching down over you, man. He knows your hardships. He knows your strife, man. Because Judah mourneth, man. He knows that. He knows your hardships and stuff, man. But he'll never give you too much that you can't handle, man. Trust me, man. I've been there. I've been there, bro. I know. That's when you think you can't go anymore, man. You think about like trying to, steal something or do something, man, or just give up. Nah, man, never give up, because the Most High won't give up on you. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. You always do something to not please him. Trust me. You think that you're doing right, all the time. Just keep trying. And if you are doing something wrong, ask him. Like, okay, what am I doing wrong? I'm supposed to be getting blessings and stuff like that, man. We your people. Why we gotta go through this? And the only way to get it is not through some pastor, but seek, and it'll be revealed to you, man. Why are you going through things and how you possibly can get out of those things? You know what I'm saying? There's always things that I always think about when I read Jasher in the Bible about our patriarchs and everything. They always went through some kind of strife or something like that, man. And, you always wonder to yourself, if we the most people, man, well, we always got to go through something. Like, we constantly being put to the test. But the reward is always great at the end, man, because he loves you, man. Just like any father. If you got kids out there, just like any father would love his kid. It's the same approach. All right, shalom, man. Love you guys. I'll catch you on the next video.